That was quick. I'm going to wait a second. Make sure you can hear me before we get rocking and rolling. What my son taught me about the tooth fairy. So give it a second. I just want to make sure you can hear me. You know, it's funny. We can learn so much from kids if we wanted to. But some reason, they don't know what they're talking about, or they're childish, or they're being kids. But truly, what I learned last night and this morning from my son made me think about setting commitments. Some people call them goals. I truly like to call them commitments, because I think if you commit to something, you do it. Goals are easily wishes that can be broken. And so my son, I'll tell you a funny story. So, he lost one tooth and he had another one dangling. And I did everything to let him bribe me to pull that thing out, or try to bribe him to let me pull it out. He wouldn't do it. So finally I convinced him to let me tie a little bit of string on there to yank it out. So we yanked it out. It went on the floor. It's kind of funny. He laughed. We laughed. Everybody laughed. And then last night, we actually put it on the pillow for the tooth fairy. And this morning when he woke up, he found what the tooth fairy left him. And his excitement was so freaking cool, because we know the tooth fairy doesn't exist, as in the tooth fairy. Obviously, it does exist to a point if you count us. But really what was cool about it was he was excited about it. Now, he's never seen a tooth fairy. We were joking about what the tooth fairy looks like. And he's never, anything about the tooth fairy, but he was told about it. He was excited about it. And last night when he put his tooth under the pillow, he expected, he didn't wish, he expected the tooth fairy to leave something for him. Your goals are the same way. Your commitment is the same way. When maybe you set a commitment, a goal for something you never achieved before. You haven't touched it. You haven't seen it, but you want it. And then it should excite you like the tooth fairy did my son. So when you sit there and look at your goals and your commitments for this week, I want you to get excited. Do not worry that you cannot see it, as in it's not right in front of you. You can visualize it in your mind. You can't touch it, but you can visualize it in your mind. But it should also excite you, it should scare you. We need to go back and be kids again. We got to get excited about Santa Claus and Easter Bunny and Tooth Fairy. You know what happens? Society beats us down over time. And we lose the fun of being alive. We're only here a short period of time, and your time is ticking. So maybe we are not thinking about the tooth fairy, but we should treat our goals the same way. Let's get excited. You shouldn't have to see something to believe something. You know about Christianity and all that good stuff, or whatever. So here's what I want you to do today. I want you to get excited about your commitment, your goals, just as you were as a kid with the tooth fairy. Just as my son with the tooth fairy, the Easter Bunny, or Christmas. Because we need to start having fun again. And it starts with you setting your goals, setting your commitments, following through, telling the world about it, getting a giggle in you. Giggle. Have fun. I tell my son every day, giggle. Have fun. Laugh. Joke. There's going to be enough serious shit in your life. Just have fun. So today, have fun. Let's think about the tooth fairy. All right, guys. Talk to you later.